Welcome to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy here at the Becker County DAC today with Kathy Kennedy.
Hi, Carol.
Hi. And as you can see in the background, we are standing among lots of buttons. And Kathy is the Job Development Coordinator here at the Becker County DAC. And we're going to talk a little bit about their button making factory here.
Yes.
All right, Kathy, now in particular, you're making some interesting patriotic buttons.
Yes, we're making them for the 9/11. We call them our commemorative buttons. And what we did 10 years ago is we made buttons to sell, and we raised almost $25,000 for the American Red Cross. And we decided that we wanted to do something again this year, but a little bit smaller scale. And so we came up with 4 designs. Ashley was working on the internet and found designs that she thought would be appropriate. And we asked Dave Colwell and Don Schneider with the Veterans Memorial if they would be interested in us having a fundraiser for them. And they came over and checked out the designs and stressed that they wanted it to keep it non-commercialized, and we definitely wanted to be more the patriotic. And so they said, let's go for it. And so here we are. We're making buttons. Ashley's been printing them out, and then we have individuals that have to cut them out individually, one by one, and then they are assembled one by one as well, and then they have a label that says DAC on it. So if you want to order additional buttons for like a family reunion or a class reunion, the JC's, Holly Homecoming, then you can order the buttons from us.
Okay, very good. And that's a lot of information there. And a little bit later in the show, we're actually going to walk through the production line here and see all the individuals behind the scenes producing these buttons. They're wonderful buttons, and they're just very colorful and very festive too. So we'll get a little behind the scenes look, and we'll visit with Ashley Willison as well. Okay. And so I'm here today at the Becker County DAC with Kathy Kennedy. And now the buttons that will be sold around Detroit Lakes, the patriotic buttons, will be sold around the area for the Veterans Memorial.
Yes, we have them in Detroit Lakes. We have them at the Cenex station. We have it at the Holiday gas station, at the newspaper, Deal newspapers on Washington Avenue, and it's also over at the Chamber of Commerce. We have them at the Detroit Lakes Armory, the Detroit Lakes American Legion, and the Detroit Lakes VFW. And we also have it at the Lake Park American Legion, the Perham Museum, the ITOW, which is the In Their Own Words museum, and also at New York Mills, and the Frazee VFW. Okay. And I think that's about it right now.
And are you looking to sell them all summer long? Is that the
We're looking at selling them until people are tired of seeing them, basically. Right. You know, when we see a slowdown in the sales, then we're going to stop. But we want to, you know, get as much money for the Veterans Memorial as possible.
Okay, very good. We're going to take a break. I'm here with Kathy Kennedy at the Becker County DAC, and we're going to come back and run through the production line after this. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy. I'm at the Becker County DAC today. We're watching the production of buttons that will be for sale soon in a community or an area near you in the Detroit Lakes area, actually. And they are going towards the Veterans Memorial Parkway. Now, the Veterans Memorial Parkway is going to be, hopefully construction will start this year in 2011 and through the summer, and it's a parkway dedicated to area veterans, and it is located on a Highway 10. It's kind of the gateway into the downtown area as they do the redevelopment project. So in order to raise some money for the Veterans Memorial Parkway, the Becker County DAC is making buttons, and they will be for sale at stores and venues around the area this summer. And we are here at the Becker County DAC, kind of a behind-the-scenes look of these great buttons. They're patriotic buttons, and lots of people involved in making the buttons. And I'm here with Ashley Willison at the Becker County DAC, and she is a job trainer. Welcome to Hometown Happenings.
Thank you.
And I'm going to have you, Ashley, walk us through the production line here. First off, how do you start making the buttons?
First off, when we get an order out, they are either made by me, designed, or you can bring your own in, printed. Then we start out, and we have 3 people cutting here, and we have 4 different designs for our memorial buttons. And they basically just cut out the circle. And then we move over to assembly, and we have just got a new assembly machine. Okay. And it is square buttons. So that's kind of a new thing for us, and we have Tom working on the square buttons over here, and Mike and Leanne working on our patriotic circle buttons.
Okay.
And then the last part of our making the button process is putting a label on the back. And that's so you can contact us if you have any buttons for a reunion or pretty much anything that you were able to contact us for that.
Okay, great. And about how many buttons are produced, say, like in an hour that you could do?
Every person's a little bit different, but we can average about 100 in the morning.
Okay.
So a good 200 a day on one machine is about average for us.
Okay, and what types of jobs? I mean, have you had huge amounts of buttons to be made and that sort of thing?
The Water Carnival and Polar Fest are usually our biggest button makers. Okay. They usually order a lot there, but we range from anything. It doesn't really matter the quantity.
Okay, so any small amount as well?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Very good. So people with reunions and that sort of thing come to you sometimes, or if they're campaigning or anything like that?
Yes, we have a lot of election buttons and class reunion buttons. So.
Okay. Now, talk a little bit about the designs that you chose for the patriotic buttons that will be sold.
I wanted to keep it with the 9/11, but I also wanted it to be a wide range as we are raising money for the Veterans Memorial Park. So I kind of went with a few different designs. We have the Twin Towers and the Eagle Crying, and then we also have American flag with the Statue of Liberty, and we also have an eagle, and then we have what would you call it, a banner flag that says never forget. So we kind of have a variety for everybody.
Okay, okay, great. And of course it is the 10-year commemoration of 9/11, so very relevant to this day and age. All right, well, we're behind the scenes here at the Becker County DAC watching the production of the buttons that will be for sale for the Veterans Memorial Parkway. And in case you're interested, this is a great connection if you need a button made, and a great effort here by the Becker County DAC. And these folks get paid for doing this. That's a great thing too. And Kathy Kennedy lines all these jobs up, which is fun. So when did you start making the buttons?
We received our first machine in October of 1998.
Okay, so it was one of the round button machines.
Yep, and we have a couple different sizes. So.
Okay, all right. Great. So you've got lots of workers here, lots of busy times here at the Becker County DAC producing buttons. And make sure you stop in at any of the places that Kathy had mentioned in the first segment, and any gas station, just anywhere around town, and look for one of these buttons and support the Veterans Memorial Parkway as well. And with that, Ashley, thank you so much for giving us a tour of the Becker County DAC today. And for Hometown Happenings, I'm Carol McCarthy.